Welcome to another episode of Jonae's Gems. This is season 1, episode 5, and the title is My Life. This is a channel for healing and restoration. And y'all know a little bit about me, but this episode is going to kind of dive into more of my life so you can kind of see what makes me tick. Our mission is to encourage you to be bold, not bossy, to be better and not bitter, to pack a powerful punch with a positive posture, and to believe in order to achieve. That is our mission for Jonae's Gems. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. The last few episodes, I started with a guest, but the last few episodes has been about me and my kids. And I think, we are the foundation of this show. So I think that, we should show you us and who we are. So I think after this one, maybe the next episode, I'll have a guest for you. But right now, we're just going to dive into me. Now, as an African American culture, how many of us know that our parents would tell us what happens in this house stays in this house? There's something like every African American household says, which that is one of the reasons we have so much mental illness today, because what happens in this house needs to come on the outside of that house so you can heal and people around you can heal, and you can help other people to move on with their life. But that's just something that as an African American family, that's just what we do, and which is not a good thing, because everybody needs to heal. And if everything that you happens in your house and nobody knows, don't tell nobody. You keep this in here. Don't tell nobody. Nobody need to know this. But yes, people need to know, because there's so many hurting people out there. So many hurting people, and people that needs to be healed. I stress healing all the time on this platform, because the world is just so hurt, going through so much, and all we need to do is, some of us, is just talk to someone and heal. That's what we need to do. Now, about me, I was raised in a single family household with my mom, but my dad was present in my life, me and my little brother, and he was such a good dad that I had an older brother that wasn't his sibling, wasn't his child, but he was there for him. I remember being with my aunt, my grandmother, and my dad a lot, and in the summertime, we would spend the whole summer with my grandparents. Mom was she was young, and that's all I could say. She was young, and she went through the things, she went through as a young parent, and I understand. And I don't hold that against her at all. But one thing I can say, I'm thankful for my mom, that she raised us in the church. I'm thankful for the religious, spiritual background. It helped me to be able to go through the things that I've been through and to be strong. And I'm just thankful for that. And I really thank her for that. My mom, like I said, my mom, she was a young parent. She had my oldest brother when she was 15. And I I repeated the cycle. I had my oldest son when I was 16. But one thing that I said, my mom did it, I did it, that my kids are not going to repeat that cycle. And they didn't. Neither one of them had kids when they were teenagers, and I'm thankful for that because it's a lot of things that our grandparents, our mother, grandparents, everybody been through that we shouldn't repeat that. That's generational things that should be broken, and a lot of times the cycle just repeats itself. But with me and my kids, it stops here. We will break anything that has us bound. We talk a lot. We try our best to be a light for each other and try to change the cycle. My kids and we are changing these cycles in our lives. And one cycle that I've noticed in our family as well. As a child, I saw a lot of lying, manipulation, deceitful things go on, and that's the one thing that's a deal breaker for me. If you're a person that lies all the time, trying to manipulate me, I might deal with it for a little while, but I'm going to see through that, and I'm just going to move on because my grandmother used to say, "Why tell a lie when the truth will do?" And I repeat a lot of things my grandmother and my grandfather all used to say because I was the young one that was in the house while the older people were talking and doing their thing, and I would be in there just listening and learning because I was just very curious. I was curious of how they lived and how they did. I was outside some too, but most of the time I was in the house with the older people, learn how to cook, learn how to do things. And if I wasn't in my grandmother's household, I would go down the street and meet be in other older people's homes, go and help them clean up, help them wash dishes, help them do stuff because I was just curious. I mean, I was just always mentally, I just always been older. I was just so curious, and that's why a lot of people say you act older than what you are. That's because I was around a lot of older people, and I learned a lot. Now I want to kind of say about me and my mom. Me and my mom, we didn't have a great relationship when I was growing up. It wasn't what I wanted. I thought it should be. Like I said before, she was a young parent. Doing her thing. I understand. And you young, and you want to live your life. I get it. And sometimes, and you don't see the people that you hurt in the midst, but you're just a kid. All you know is what you see. And then I see other parents, mothers close to their daughters, and I will be like, oh, I wish that was me. I wish that was me, but that's not me. Because the relationship me and my mom have, somebody else need to hear about that, and they need to be healed. Because you can't hold that stuff forever. You have to let it go. You have to forgive. And that's, because forgiveness is for you. It's not for the other person, it's for you. With my mom, she was a mom. She loved her kids. I can tell you that she loved her kids. She loved us. I know she did. She didn't know how to show us, but she loved us. And I know she loved us. Couldn't nobody tell me any different. Because somebody, sometimes people actions is because it was learned behavior. When I say learned behavior, you can learn a lot of things that you don't even mean until you get older and you understand. One thing too that I wrote down that I realized, how could she fill me up as a mother and she was unfulfilled? That's my thing. How? If she didn't have the capacity to love us like she should have. Well, ma'am, I would say should have, the way I felt that I need to be loved. And I remember one time, we used to call my mom, her name's Ann. We didn't even call her mom. We called her Ann. And I remember my brother was like 4 and I was like 8, 9 maybe, and we had decided to come on, let's go. We're gonna give Mama a hug and we're gonna give her a kiss and we're gonna tell her we love her. We're gonna say Mama, and then we're gonna run back in the room. And then I remember him doing it, and then I ran and did it. We were just shaking, and we just didn't we didn't know how she was gonna act, and she was so surprised. She was so surprised, and I think that by us doing that, I think we broke something within her. I saw the difference in her because she saw that what we wanted was for her to love us, and it changed. She changed. And I remember when I had my kids, boy, she was right there. She was loving and hugging and loving on my kids. You know what I'm saying? Once you learn better, then you do better. I got a lot of stuff down here, y'all. I probably won't get to all of it, but I'll get to it. I get to what you need to hear. That's what I'll be doing. Because no one should expect for a person to tell every little detail of their life, but it's still pointers in your life where you can help people. You don't have to be so detailed with everything. And also me, with that, I was determined to break that cycle. I said when I had kids that I was gonna love them kids unconditionally. I was gonna make sure they get everything they need, and I probably, my kids probably think maybe I didn't love them like I should have, because we all have our own views. But I did the best that I could, and I was there for my kids, and I'm still there for my kids, and I will be there. When they need me, I'm there. And parents, mothers, you should be there for your daughters. Be there to encourage them. Be there to show them what they need to do. As young girls, some parents don't even show the girls how to even take care of their bodies, and they think that they're fine. But no, and then the little boys go back, and talk about them, but it ain't just because they didn't know, they wouldn't talk. And me and my daughter, she's not gonna be here, she's not here tonight, but me and her gonna have a segment on how to take care of your body, how to, as a young lady, the things we're gonna show you the things that we use, and how often, you think you should take a bath and all that. It's just a lot of stuff that I'm gonna be doing just to help people. Cause a lot of these young ladies, they just don't know, and some of them didn't even have mothers. They have fathers. Fathers are not gonna go in the bathroom and try to teach the girls what they need. How they need to take care of their body, because they're men, and they just need other young ladies in their lives to help them. But now I'm kind of talking about relationships, the things that I've seen as relationships as a little girl. what I saw, me and my mom, and my dad, they were never, they was just, I didn't ever see them just together, as I can remember. I stayed with mom and I was with dad too, but I saw mom have a lot of boyfriends. She had boyfriends, but I also saw her still be with my dad. Now, by me watching and seeing that she was still with my dad, I said, she may as well just stay with him. What's the point? If you're gonna have, if you're gonna still be back and forth with him, just stay with him. I don't understand. So by that happening, I decided, I'm just gonna have one man. I'm going, all my kids gonna be my man. But I'm gonna get married and I'm gonna live happily ever after. I did all that, except for the happily ever after. I'm not gonna say everything was bad, because it wasn't. But I ended up getting a divorce. And I tried, I stayed, I did everything I could, to keep my family together. But sometimes when it's time for your season to be up, it's just up. There's nothing you can do about it. Because a lot of the stuff that I endured, I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have endured a lot of that stuff. But hey, I endured it just to show you, to tell you, so you can heal. Because look, when I tell you I'm writing every day, I'm writing, trying to see what else can I say, what else can I do to push people to want to do better, to push them to their destiny. That's I always say that I have the heart of the people, and I do. And it's that's just who I am. And I'm thankful to be that person. I don't want to be the lying, manipulative, deceitful person. That's not me. I want to be the one to say, oh, you can do it. You can do it. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just positive as I can be. I'm not perfect, but I'm mostly positive, because I know we can be whatever we want to be if we just put our mind to it. Okay, let me see where was I? That's kind of my view on relationships. People have their own way of thinking about relationships, but that's me. Love all you can love. Don't continue to hold on to people that's not holding on to you. We a lot of people we live a life of regret, but don't regret anything. Everything that you went through is for a purpose, and you just need to figure out what that purpose is. And I don't know, I'm just so overjoyed for Jonae's gym, so overjoyed, because I'm doing something that was placed on the inside of me as a child, and I'm just bringing it to fruition, and I'm just thankful and grateful for that. And I'm thankful for Hassan, how he's been hanging in there. He went through a lot on this year for himself, and I'm just thankful for him. Thankful for Marcus, starting this thing up. So now it's Jonae's Gyms going on. Now, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my dad. I was a daddy's girl, and I always wanted to be with my dad. But one thing I can't remember, there wasn't a lot of love in my dad's family. I didn't remember all the, the hugs and the kisses and I love you, and I don't remember that. Now my Aunt Peaches and Aunt Dora, man, they always You know, they was lovable. But dad, you know, he was kind of strong. You know, the strong man. So I never. Dad never told me he loved me. I never remember that. He may have did when I was a little girl, but as a big, you know, as a teenager, I never heard him, and we never did hugs and all that. I guess that's probably another reason why now that in a relationship, I want the love, I want the hugs, I want the kisses, I want the sweetie, whatever you want to say. I need that in my life, and that's something that I need. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, hey, they don't have to have that, but that's something. You know, as women, we are emotional, and we need that love and that affection. Uh, you know, and then, you know, when you want that, you know, have you looking for love in the wrong man. But you know, that that's all Dad knew. You know, that's his cycle. That's the cycle that he repeated. A cycle that I won't repeat, because I'm gonna love, and I'm gonna tell my kids I love them. Anybody around me, my friends, family, I'm always say I love y'all, I love y'all, I love y'all, because I do, because my love is genuine. It's genuine. And at the age of 19 years old, my father was murdered. It's a day I'll never forget. He was shot execution style. And after they shot him, they moved him from where he was into his truck. And he stayed in his truck a few days. When he stayed in his truck those few days, he swole up because it was so hot. And he was identified by his dental work. And they never found out who did it. Did they even try? I don't know. But I know this, that ripped my heart out, because I'm telling you, I was daddy's girl. That was me. First daughter, daddy's girl. I loved my daddy. And I know he's looking down on me. Sometimes I can be in my room and I can be going through something. I can just kind of sense, you know, you kind of sense, I can kind of like smell his cologne. You know, it's I don't know, I can't explain it, but sometimes that happens to me, and I'm thankful for the 19 years that I did have with my father. You know, my dad, he was murdered when he was 40 years old. That's young. He hadn't even really lived. But, you know, that's another part of my life. It's a part of my life that I think, you know, people should know. In order to understand my channel, you have to understand me, who I am. You know, some of my family saying, you just said too much, you just talking too much. You get your show and say what you want to say. On Jonae's Gems, I'm going to say what I want to say. I want people to be healed. And I would never stress that enough. Because even, you know, with people being healed, me saying what I'm saying, the word said I'm overcome by the words of my testimony. I'm overcome. I'm healing. We both are healing. You know, and that's what we all need. And now I want to talk about single mothers with daughters. As single mothers with daughters, what we do, we give our daughters, teenage daughters, the responsibility of taking care of the kids while you work. which is so not good for a teenager. They don't even get to go and do what they want to do because they have to watch your kids and help raise your kids and help start being a mother, being teenagers or young. Some of them younger than teenagers, keeping your kids. And then they don't have a childhood. That's not fair to them. And then here we go. We grow up to be these strong women. I don't need no man, and I don't need this. And I don't need. Let's change the narrative, ladies. Yes, you do. Quit walking around saying you don't need no man. Yes, you do. The word says it's not good for man to be alone. So everybody has something in them to help push us. Everybody do. Everybody. And it's, and it's sad, that we give them the responsibility as a kid, and now, they don't even have a successful life or because they think they don't need nobody. Everybody needs somebody. Trust me, everybody needs somebody. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the single mothers with young boys. Giving them a role of a man in the household. Oh, you the man of the house. Oh, you the man of the house. Yeah. No. They're kids. And then they try to be strong for you, but they're kids. They need to learn how to be a kid. They grow up so fast, and then they all messed up when they get grown. What happens to them? They get so strong, no emotion, and then they're just emotionally detached. Can't even have a successful relationship because they don't know how. All they know how to do is be strong. Be strong. Work hard, be strong. Be strong, work hard, be strong. Where does the love come in? Everybody needs love. What is that? What does the touch? What does the somebody listening to you? What about you opening up to somebody and being healed? Not healthy. It's not healthy at all. And I've met men that had that dynamic. And then I also met men that had mother and father. And some that had mother, it's just different. In every way it's different, but as parents, we should let children be children and quit trying to make them grow up too fast. I tell my son that all the time, quit letting AJ hear everything that's going on in the house. Let him stay in a kid's place. He shouldn't have to worry about this and worry about that. Let him be a kid. He's not. I don't agree with it. And he raised his kid the way he should. But I'm gonna have my input as well, because he don't need to know everything. He don't need to be going to school and worrying about this and worrying about that. Let him go to school and do his homework. Do what he need to do in school. He can't do what he need to do in school because he stressed about what's going on in the house. No. No. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about breaking generational curses. It is imperative that we don't repeat the dysfunctional things that we've seen as kids. We have to change it. We have to change it. Change it. You don't need to continue when you know it's not good for you, know it's not good for your kids, know it's not good for everybody around you. Why do you want to repeat it? You should want to change it. You know, me and my kids have done a lot of changing from our family. One thing I know, as long as I have breath in my body, I will break barriers, and my kids will break barriers. Because it's so many things, even with our finances, you know, it's so many things that's happened from the generation down to that generation to where it keeps us from even receiving the riches that we should receive. Even just the word curses, the things that our generations have said or thought, or you know, think that we can't never have this and never have that because of another person. No, we can have what we ask. We can have what we believe. We got to believe it. Ask, believe, receive. If you ask it, you don't believe it, you're not gonna receive it. You got to believe. You got to believe you're gonna get everything that you're supposed to have in this life. Marcus, me and Marcus, we are pushing. My son, artist, he works so hard to take care of his family, and I do everything I can to help him. One day, I'm gonna be able to retire my boy from working so hard, so he can enjoy life. Finally go on a vacation and just enjoy life. That is one of my one thing that I will do. But and I believe that God put me in this family to be that curse breaker. And trust me, I'm here for the job. Because I believe I can change anything I want to change. And I believe that. That's why, again, I say I'm so excited for Jonae's Gems to have this platform, to be able to speak and tell people what I've endured, or encourage them, push them to be a better version of themselves. You know, and I'm another person on healing. When it comes to healing in your body, you know, I just don't believe nothing that comes to me that I don't believe that it can be healed. You know, my oldest son and my daughter, they said both of them wouldn't make it. And I prayed and I trust, I believe they both here. He's 39, she's 32. I mean, I'm gonna listen to the doctor. And if I have to take, you know, the medicines, okay. But I'm not going to take them forever, because I'm telling you, everything that we need is in the earth. Do you think the cavemans had a doctor? Wasn't no doctors back then. They was healed through trees, fruits, and you know, the earth. And I really believe that. I really believe that. So yeah, take your herbs, take the stuff from the earth. That's what's gonna help heal us. You know, the doctors ain't gonna tell us that. We got to, some things we have to learn on our own. You know, to stay healthy. And I wanted to tell you a couple of curses that my kids have broken. But like I said earlier about them not having kids as teenagers, and they all got a high school diploma. You know, on their dad's side, you know, a lot of, you know, his siblings and stuff, they just quit school, you know, before they graduated. You know, and I was like, well, just why? Why did they just quit? What? I don't understand why they just keep going. You know, generational thing. They just keep people stuck, and then they don't know how to get out of it. Well, all my kids graduated, and all of them had college, and my daughter graduated with her bachelor's, and now she's getting ready to get her master's. And you know that's, and I'm a proud parent for that. very, very proud. And I'm thankful for that. And another thing, change. Some people think, I've been like this all my life. That's how I'm gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. No. You can change whenever you want to change. I strive every day to evolve. Every day. I look at myself, what can I do better today? What can I do? What I didn't do yesterday that I could do today to make it a better day? You know, that's what I do. And I would not continue to be the same. And my question is, when you think you don't want to change, you want to be who you are, where has it gotten you? In the same place, same boat, same change. As long as you have breath in your body, you can change. And it all starts with you. And you know, that's kind of all what I have right now. I just wanted y'all to get know a little bit about me. Let me look at some of the can you scroll the chat down so I can see? Hey Sam. Thank you. Oh, my co-host is not here tonight because I told her I wanted to give everybody a background on me. You know, let them know what is the route to Jonae's gym. So that's one reason why she's not here tonight. She'll be here. She'll be here on the next one. And also, I will be doing Jonae's gyms twice a month. Every 2 weeks we'll be doing it. It's not gonna be weekly yet, but you know, until some things change, we're gonna do it every other week. And I will be instead of just popping it up on y'all like I did tonight, I'll be letting y'all know when give y'all at least a week, let you know when my next date will be. Let me see. From the DMV. Thank y'all. Please like and share. You know, you see anybody that's going through, anything, inbox me. We could talk, I have a lady now that's been inboxing me. She have a child that's going through what my daughter's going through, and I've been, try to be very encouraging to her, to help her to know that, she can do this. It's hard on her. Like, it's still hard sometimes on me. But like I told her, she can do it. Well, they were talking about, I saw that earlier when they said, oh, the women do that sometimes. When I was talking about saying they don't need no man. But yeah, they do too. They just choose to be who they are, but yeah, they do. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't too much talk about that, but with my dad, but that's something, that can help other girls that have lost their dad, that it's okay. It's just something, you had to go through. And you gonna be okay. Just talk. Always talk to somebody. Always, sharing, is caring. So just always share. Yes. Well, thank you. And I'll be grateful to have that many subscribers next year, because look, they need this. Once they see it, hey, in time, me and her son was talking earlier. And I told him, I've got a lot of subscribers now. He said, in time. It's going to happen in time. It's not my time, but God's time. You know, and I'm blessed. I'm just blessed to be sitting before you, finally getting the jitters off of me, and just I kept telling Hassan, I'm ready. So yeah, I'm ready and I'm here. And like I said before, if you have a child with mental illness, you know, grown up, it doesn't matter. If it's any way that I can say a word to help you push, inbox me. I'll inbox you back and we will talk, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help people. You know, it's just not all about us, because we'll heal and we'll be healed in the process. So I want y'all to like, share, subscribe. Anybody you know that need this, just follow me on all platforms, Jonae Feng Shui. But that's all I have for you tonight. And I'm just thankful to be on this platform. And remember this, my mission is to inspire you to be better, not bitter, bold and not bossy, to pack a powerful punch with a positive posture, and to believe in order to achieve. Jonae's Gems.